Morning. Good, thanks. How are you? Yebo. Sengize-ofisini mina. Sengize-ofisini. Hey. Hayi ungayigqoka mina sengise-ofisini. Okay. Khona into engifuna ukuyenza. Yeah. Morning, 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 everybody. Morning, everybody. I'm in my office and I know you guys are just gonna be like, what the heck? Are these pajamas? No, these are not pajamas. These are scrubs, but relaxed ones. Good morning, and today I finally took off the braids. Hey guys, I finally took them off, and yeah. Hello, 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 Sam. Hello, hello, Samu. Uh, it's been a while. You know, when I don't do a live, it feels like I'm just skipping. I don't know how many days. I really don't know. It feels like I'm skipping days and shit without doing something. But how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing this morning? You know what I want to do actually? I want to go down and buy something to eat because homegirl is hungry, okay? Besides being hungry, I'm just like, what the heck is going on today? This Friday is looking gloomy for me. Like, it's really, really, really looking gloomy for me. Like, Nj, I don't know how is yours looking, guys. Besides the fact that now we know why. The what's this? Now we know why I came home late yesterday. I came home late yesterday. We had patients till late. So I came home late. That's why I didn't do a live yesterday. It was hectic at work. It's December, so we take every opportunity to like work because with us, if you don't work, we don't get bonuses. So even now we're gonna be working until 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. Then that's when we will close for like holidays. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I can see people coming in. Please go ahead, like the stream, like the stream. I really do appreciate it. I'm gonna start putting up videos. I hope you guys watch them. Um, I hope you guys really do watch them because I'm gonna start putting up videos and you know, let's make this life more interesting today. I am a surgical assistant. I am a surgical assistant. It's like a nurse, but in the dental side. That's why. Can we share the bonus? Yeah, let's share yours first. Let's share yours first because mine comes in very late. My bonus comes in very late. Yeah, my bonus comes in very late now. No, I'm not a doctor. I am a surgical assistant. I assist when there is something surgical going um, on the dental side, actually. That's what I do. We assist with cleaning, we assist with doing root canals, stuff like that, surgical extractions. That's what we do. Yeah. So, how are you guys doing as we near to Christmas? How are things going with people? You know what? Bonuses, guys, bonuses sometimes they are very unpredictable. Sometimes you expect, like, yeah, I'm gonna get something big this year, and then you don't get it. You don't get something as big as you thought you would, you know. But it's okay. It's okay. Now, I don't know if other people would recognize that it's me because I took off that hair. I took off the braids. I even took off the nails. You know, I'm just like, maybe till next week, maybe this weekend, I will do my hair and nails because, like, it's busy, guys. I can barely even sit down to eat a meal right now. I am doing a live so early because I want to also go to, like, the shop, get myself some breakfast, clean, and then after that, just go hold today's meetings. There is a lot that we want to achieve next year. So the people who know how to run business, they know what money doesn't sleep. So if you want things to go well from January next year, you need to make sure that you are preparing on December for that. So we are doing that here. But go ahead and tell me, what are you guys doing for the holidays? Because some of us, you know, we are entertained by those who are there, who are doing the things. Thank you guys for liking the stream. Thank you for liking the stream. Go ahead and tell me, what are you guys doing for your festive right now? But since, like, the Dumi and what's his name? Is it Mandla or Temba, guys? Like, that guy, since he dumped her and then after that she went on, like, there has been more going on out there. But I see that in America they will not stop mourning until next year because of the Charlie Kirk thing. Candace came out swinging, and well, she didn't come out swinging. Erica Kirk came out swinging and saying that those are her family members. Oh, good. I have two kids. That first one is 23-year-old. My second is 9. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, you've got two kids. At least you are done, like, raising kids. Some of us, did you see that rascal toddler of mine? Even now, I'm streaming in the office because she's like, today I will have my things. She doesn't like it when I'm streaming. She gets irritated because I switch off the volume on her YouTube and she cannot watch, so she gets very annoyed with that. That's why she comes running to me to just ruin my live stream. So yeah. But as I'm saying, guys, Erica came out swinging on Candace Owens, and Candace did not hold back. She was like, "You're not gonna mother us into thinking that you are a good CEO." No offense to us mothers, I'm not taking offense, but I'm just looking, and I'm on neither side, conservative or Republican. I'm just watching the drama that is unfolding in front of us. Like, and if this is what's going on in America, guys, I don't wish to visit there. No, 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 no. Okay, visiting, yes, but staying there, I don't wish it. I don't envy those who stay there. Yeah. And what else is going on? You know, I keep forgetting things, man. I keep forgetting things. But I wanted to look at the contrast. Ooh, yes. I actually wanted to look at the contrast of, I was watching The Crown. No? Don't blame me. I am that girl who's still catching up to the world of today because I'm always busy. I am always trying to be doing something else. So I was watching The Crown, and I never got to finish it, but I watched it from beginning. And as I was watching it, King, and I'm like, what's going on over here? What's going on? How do you not tell somebody about their medical results, but everyone else knows their medical results? Well, turns out in the rich folk area, it's a normal thing. It's a normal thing. Next. So I'm like, the contrast between Charlie Kirk and the King is that they don't tell, hello Andile Masuku, please go ahead, like the stream if you're coming in. So I'm like, they did not tell the King that the King has gonna be alive long, okay? I am a surgical assistant, That's what I'm doing. I'm doing a live in my office because my toddler just wouldn't let me be at the house. So I'm doing it now before I start. I'm not a doctor. I am a surgical assistant, like a dental assistant. That's what I do. So, as I'm saying, they did not tell the king that he was like not going to be alive for long. And it's the same thing when I'm looking at the contrast between him and Charlie. I'm like, that's how they do in the rich folk. They don't tell you if you're in danger. They just wait for you to let the dogs lie. I'm like, okay, that is so scary. That is literally the scariest thing ever because I'm asking myself like, why would people do that? Like in the rich people areas, like they were talking about the king while he was still unconscious under operation, and then with Charlie Kirk, they never told him that they have turned against him, and then he died. He was just smirked like that. I'm not even gonna say the word here because I am afraid of what YouTube will do. I'm trying to get monetized. I am literally trying to get monetized, so I am not gonna say any provocative things over here, ne? But yeah, they came out swinging like that, and I was like, wow, wow, wow. Ah, thank you, thank you. Maybe one day. Right now, I'm just too lazy to go ahead and finish the qualification. It's 7 years, guys. It's no joke. I'm like right now, I'm still being wrangled by a toddler, so I'm not going there yet. Oh, thank you, thank you. So as I'm saying, ne, like I'm literally watching this thing. I'm like, so that's what happens. And even Candice was saying the same thing. Okay, even Candice was saying the same thing. Like they don't tell you that you're in danger. They don't tell you that you're in danger. You just like experience the danger and nobody tells you, and then after that everybody rushes to eulogize you, to say how great you were, you know? Like, so I was looking at it, I'm like, the contrast is contrasting. And she was right. Even though I would never read the books that Candice is reading, those books are scary. Those books are scary. And when it comes to some of the books that, like, us South Africans should be reading, thank you, Andile. Thank you. Those books that they read about the history, like the real history of Africa, the real history of South Africa, those books are scaring me, okay? It's books that if I were to do a book review and we were to do like a book club, I would be like, this one they will not let fly. I think that's why Candice usually holds this thing of like a book club in another website, not on the YouTube streets, because the books that people read out there are scary. If you really knew, if you really knew what was going on, it would be like, you would be like, huh? Huh? What world am I living in? You would be just so surprised by the things that are going on. So I'm just looking this year. I'm like the drama that is coming from the United States. Yeah, like yeah, because I'm like you tend to think like then are the choices that I'm making now in life based on what I believe in or based on what these books on what these people did, you know? So I'm like guys, I don't want to read some of those books. No, 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 no. I would rather read about Ushaga. Okay, I would rather just read about King Ushaga. But even that one as well, there are conspiracy theories about King Shaga. There are things that I'm like, okay, fine. If they are things, if like they are saying these things about King Shaga, like what does it say about us? What does it say about the whole of Africa? Did you know? But here's the exciting part. I learned this in Lesotho. There is a place that is called Taba Busiro. Apparently, when I asked, because I was reading a book and I heard about, it, I'm like, hmm? there is a place called Tababusiro, and they're saying that the kings of Lesotho actually made the place to be like that. That like so that people don't come into their country. They made this thing that at night it becomes like a mountain. It just becomes impossible to climb the place. And I'm like, if I were to read, please, guys, recommend me the books about Africa. I am 30. I just turned 30, by the way. Angelia, I just turned 30. So I'm like, I'm curious now about the African books, because African books are not only are just about, like who came in and who colonized us. African books are about what our grandmothers and our grandfathers could do. This thing about our grandmothers being able to see us that we are pregnant before we even say a word, before we even show, it's things like that that fascinate me. I want to know more. Like, I want to know, like, how did they do these things, But there was another theory that I heard about. Please go ahead and recommend them to me. I would like to read new books, like things that are like, I don't want to read American books. I want to read African books that are like, the stories I've heard. So another thing that I heard though, I don't know if it's a conspiracy theory, but this grandmother was telling her daughter that she was asking like, Granny, why back in the olden days were they not like what's this? Were they not like a lot of disabled people, And the grandmother was like, you know how we can tell that you are pregnant before you even tell us anything? Before you can even tell us anything? Yeah, and she was like, yeah. And then the grandmother's like, well, we could also tell what kind of a baby you will have by looking at your stomach and looking. I'm like, these are interesting things that we didn't know. And they would be like, if your baby was going to be disabled, they could see it. And I'm like, what? So what would that mean? And she said, like, they wouldn't tell you. They would just smother the baby when it's being born. I'm like, what the heck? They were like, because back in the olden days, there was no holding you if, we are trying to survive out here. I'm like, this is scary. But I also want to know what other things that are out there, I'm very interested in the books like of Africa. They are enchanting. They are enchanting. If listen, Rizwa, if you are bored by this stream, you can go ahead and go on to something next, man. You don't have to stay here. Here we're not about that. So as I'm saying, I'm interested in the books, and apparently there is also another conspiracy theory that the Wakanda story, it's not a myth. Even though the way they have put it, they are like, yeah, it's just a myth. It's just a story. That story apparently is a real story, but the person who turned into a cat was a princess that ruled, and they couldn't conquer her, and they would, they tried making her surrender. And then after that, she went on to say, you know what? If you guys want to execute me, then this is what's going to happen. I need to go and tell my ancestors that you guys, I'm coming to them because you guys are choosing to do this to me. You've turned my people against me. So then she went into the hut where she prays to her ancestors, and she came out and she was the Black Panther, the cat itself. And she didn't attack the people, the colonizers that had turned her people against her. She just turned into that cat, roared, and left. Okay? And I'm like, gosh, where are these books? I want to know all these stories. I want to know all these stories. I'm like, no problem. And so I'm like, why are we not hearing all these stories? I want to know more about these things. And I want to know more about these things because, like, when I was asking my grandmother, I'm like, Granny, people are talking like the prophetic gift and stuff like that. And Granny was like, we always had that in the African culture. We could dream, we could see things before they happen. All these things, we always had them in Africa. It's just that now people are calling them fancy words like prophet or what, but she's like, we could do it. Back then, it was something so natural, you know. I think 1,273, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure because every day we get new subscribers here, and I'm so happy, guys. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting me. Please go ahead, like the stream if you guys come in here. So, as I'm saying, guys, like there is so much. There is so much that we don't know, that we don't know about the African books. I want to read more about the African books. I want to read more about our queens that we had in Africa. I want to, because we only know, like me, Ninja, I honestly won't lie to you. I only know the one scary king, King Shaga, besides the one that is reigning today, that is presiding on the throne today in my tribe. But I don't know about the other kings, even the story Woman King. You know, the story Woman King is also fascinating on its own. The people who come from these tribes talk about what, in fact, being Woman King wasn't a thing of like, you're an honorable warrior. No, you are being disowned by your parents. They were giving you away to these people because they deem you worthless. And then Woman King would turn these people into these warriors. And I'm like, these are stories that we should know about because they would change the way we make choices today. Like it's very fascinating. You know what? Now I used to do videos, but now I'm gonna start redoing them again. Most videos would like, I think for me it would be live, you know, talking about life and talking about the things that are happening around the world. Just same thing that we are doing here on the stream. It's us talking about life, talking about the different things that we read, that we learn today. You know, that is what I am interested in. I'm interested not in one dynamic, because if I'm gonna say the niche thing, I don't know what people are interested in out there in when it comes to this niche thing. I just came onto the live streets right now. I didn't know that I would have so much support from my people. But yeah, it's life. General, I like speaking a universal language because we come from different tribes, from different cultures, and we want to learn from each other. I'm that type of a person. I want to learn new things from other people, okay? I want to learn new things from other people and stuff. Guys, did you know, fun fact, this is just a fun fact, did you know that almond nuts can also prevent cancer? Mind blowing, right? So you can see, I can see your comments, of course. I can see your comments. I can see your comments. Guys, like there is so many interesting things that are out there. Like I know that right now South Africa and United States of America are going through it. We are having the commission here, and in America, that, you know what, they are still mourning. Maybe next year they will become in a better place where they are doing trends again. But right now it's still everything all about Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens and Erica Kirk. That's what's going on with them. Right now with us, it's the Mahanga Commission and that stuff. But Mina over here, I won't lie. I won't lie to you. I feel like I want us to look at the positives. I want us to, I love learning new things. I love learning new things. So, like, I'm learning right now. But you know what? I really want to read African books. I feel like it's so enchanting. It's so enchanting. And I want to know what makes other, like, you know, the Caucasian people from other countries to fear African people, because there's something that these people learned about us that us, the generation of today, maybe we don't understand it to the point where we should be understanding it. I want to know more. I mean, like these stories about the Black Panthers, these stories about like the Woman King, all these things. Now I'm looking at them. I even want to understand. You know how the United Kingdom has got its customs when they are knighting a king, when they are knighting a warrior. We also have our own customs, and there are reasons behind those customs. I want to learn about those things. I want to learn about them to understand. I think the one thing as Africans we didn't get to do was to integrate our customs into this new generation or into these new spaces, because now everybody just looks at each other like, oh no, that's voodoo, or what, this is what. But I want to know more, why are they doing this custom? Yesterday I learned that, like, okay, I didn't learn yesterday, but then they reminded us that before, Razwa High, before they used to like hide when the queen was being knighted. Nobody knew what happens inside the church when the king or the queen is being knighted into her throne. And I'm like, there are customs that are done there, most definitely. And I mean Queen Elizabeth. And I'm like, but we also have our customs. So now why are they deemed as something sinister? Like, I'm very fascinated. I want to learn more, guys. I just want to learn more. I just want to learn more about the things that, like, we never got to understand about how our people survived. Why did they move in certain ways that they did move? I just gave birth like last year, and my baby is 1 year, 3 months, and I'm Zulu, ne? So yes, maybe you'll stay like a couple of months at home. They won't see the baby, but in the Tswana culture, they take it furthermore. You are not allowed, like, let's say if there is a gathering and there's so many people, and everybody's moving around serving people, you who has a new child, maybe, even though mine was like 7 months when they had that, and in the Tswana culture, you, a newborn mom, you are not allowed to like you are not allowed to be moving around washing dishes and doing stuff like that. You should just sit there and nurse your baby. And I'm like, but she's 7 months old now. People can see her and they're like, it's our culture. You're just not allowed to do it. Sit there. Now, my Zuluness in me was like, they're going to say you're lazy. They're going to say you're lazy. But those are the types of things that cultures, those are the kind of things that are embedded in our cultures. And, in my culture, yes, you don't see the baby until maybe like 4 months passes by for some of us, depending on what type of family you came from. And these are things that we've kept, but nobody tells us, or they show us, why are these things done. And here's another one. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm sure in other cultures they don't do it, but in my culture they do it. Now, when you're getting married, on the day that you're getting married, they're gonna wake you up like at 2 o'clock, and you're gonna have to they wrap you in a blanket, but underneath you're not wearing anything. You're the bride. So now the covenant is saying that you see that kiss that people usually say, yeah, and all those things, they buy that kiss, and you think like it's gonna put your wedding dress, it's gonna put your attire, your traditional attire. Let me tell you what that means. You may not understand it, and you may not know what it means. That thing, that kiss where you are putting in your wedding dress, your traditional attire when you are getting married, guess what that thing is? That thing represents the coffin, to say that in your family, you are no longer, you're going to live in another family. So here, you are no longer. Okay? And people don't understand these things. They should tell you when you're getting married that, you know what, when we're taking out this kiss represents the coffin. And the moment we wrap you in that blanket and you leave at 3 o'clock in the morning to go get into your husband's home there at 3 o'clock in the morning, it means over here you no longer exist. It means we are telling your people here that you are no longer here. You no longer exist. You exist in that family, because if I'm Bongi CBC, because that's my name, and now I'm changing maybe my surname to maybe Nechiba Jauru or something else, then I'm going to exist there now. I'm no longer going to exist here. And they have to tell my people that. These are the kind of things we are not told, that when you are getting married, whether it's Christian or whether it is traditional, you are making a covenant, and those are serious covenants that you need to understand what do they mean. Even the ring one, like, hey guys, like there is a lot of things that we don't know out there. I think I really need to immerse myself back to reading if I get the time. If I ever get the time. Listen, as soon as this child can walk, as soon as this child can walk, then yeah. I recommend a book. It's Long Walk to Freedom. I think I've read Long Walk to Freedom. Oh, Things Fall Apart. I would read that as well. Things Fall Apart. Okay. I'm gonna check out Things Fall Apart. But yeah, guys, those are the types of things that I was reading these days, and I'm like, there's a lot that we don't understand about us. And I want to know, man. I really want to know. I feel like other people know more about Africa than Africans know more about themselves in other spaces. But also remember, in Africa, there were things that were dear sacred things that were not allowed to be spoken. And I think our forefathers and our grandfathers and grandmothers forgot to explain those things to us before they leave us. I need to read that book. Things Fall Apart. I need to read that book. So I think like people should start, like, we should really start knowing why people fear us, because if we knew what we could do, the things that my grandmother tells me sometimes keep me awake at night, like, Granny, please don't tell me this. Thank you, Andile. Thank you. I would really appreciate that. We'll just keep going here at the base. Welcome to the base. So I'm really interested. Maybe as time goes by, once we are acquainted with everybody who's in this group, who's in this live stream and that has subscribed, maybe guys will go ahead and fall onto some other stuff. Because the other day I did a live, where do you draw from? And I think people did not understand what I was talking about there. I tried explaining to them like the energy was different from before I had a child and after I had a child. There are just certain things I no longer do the same way when I wasn't a mom, those types of things. Like, and I'm like, it's really interesting. There are things that are really interesting about us Africans, and I think we should look into them. We should really look into them. Hey, I read the one. It's Slavery in Africa. It talks about everything slave and abolish slaves. Oh, okay, okay. Because like other books, I want to read. I want to read books that encourage what we really are. What we really are. Because there are things that my grandmother just taught me about myself that I didn't know. Did you know that each title in families means something? You being the first daughter, you being the first son, they mean something sacred within the families. And there are things that I had no idea. And my grandmother told me that it was bound to happen to you, some things that have happened. And she was like, it was bound to happen to you because you are the first daughter and you come from this one. So, there are things that we just don't know about ourselves. And I'm saying that like, because we don't understand, like, you being born by this one gives this understanding to what you are, so that it can be easier for us to navigate life, so that it can be easier for us to understand when this happens, this is how I should move. When things happen like this for me, this is how I should move. Like, it really helped me because other people were like saying, no, you should bring the kid to come and stay with your grandmother. I'm like, my kid is staying with me. I want to understand my child, stuff like that. So I'm like, man, these are things that we just need to understand about ourselves. Finding ourselves doesn't have to be some scary thing. I think we should read about ourselves and And ask our family members, our grandmothers and stuff, we should ask them. Our grandfathers, we should ask them. We should ask them. I recently learned that there is a whole town that is like that, has my people, that just has my people, that just has how can I put this, the surname, that it's just like every corner you turn to, it's my people. And it's because they came from the same great grandmother. So I'm interested in understanding how did that come about, that there's a small village that just has my people alone. That is so interesting. And I think those things should be held dearly, just to understand who we are, just to understand who we really are. These things are fun to know, these things are fascinating, and um, it also gives you the bravery that you know your worth, so that you don't give it away so easily. Whether you are a man or a woman, you know your worth and you don't give it away so easily, because that's what it comes to if we don't understand who we are, you know. I don't know how to do that, but I would love to do that. Oh, look at this life. This life has been so long. I don't know how to do that, but I would love to learn how to do it. Like I saw Kyra Edwards doing it, and I'm wondering how would I do it if I were to do it, you know? But you know what, guys? I'm gonna have to love and leave you because I think patients are starting to come in now. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for liking. Thank you for staying with us. Um, Andile, I will continue looking into that. Yes, yes. You are so right. Andile, I will continue looking into the influencer reader. I'll tell you. Maybe I'll have another live in the evening if my toddler does not wrangle me. I'm gonna have to love and leave you guys now. Thank you so much for coming in and liking the stream. Bye, everybody. Bye.